Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video we are going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. In the world of coin collecting, there are certain coins that stand out from the rest, not because of their age or historical significance, but because of rare occurrences that make them extraordinary. The 1994 US $quarter coin is one such coin. A seemingly simple piece of currency, it might not look like much on the surface, but beneath its appearance lies a rich history and a fascinating story that has captivated collectors for decades. What makes this coin so unique, you ask? It's not just the fact that it was minted in 1994, but a rare anomaly that occurred during the production process that makes it so special and valuable. Stick around, and I'll take you on a journey through the history, design, and the incredible collector appeal of the 1994 $quarter coin, and reveal just how much it's worth today. To understand the importance of the 1994 quarter, we need to first look at the broader context of coin production in the United States. The quarter has long been a staple in American currency, and throughout history, the design has evolved to reflect significant moments in the country's history. By the time the 1994 quarter came into circulation, the design of the coin had undergone several changes since its original release in 1796. The most famous design on the quarter was introduced in 1932, when the U.S. Mint honored George Washington, the first President of the United States, with a portrait on the coin. The Washington quarter, designed by artist John Flanagan, became one of the most iconic coins in American history. This design remained in use for more than 6 decades before the U.S. Mint decided to update the coin's appearance once again in the late 1990s. In 1999, the U.S. Mint introduced the 50-state quarters program, which would see each state honored with its own unique reverse design. However, in 1994, the quarter still carried the traditional Washington portrait on its obverse side, and it had yet to enter the phase of the state-themed designs that would soon captivate the nation. But while the general design of the 1994 quarter might seem ordinary, there was something that would happen during the minting process that would make this coin anything but average. Coin production is a highly precise operation, and each coin is struck with the utmost care. However, every once in a while, due to slight variations or mishaps in the minting process, errors can occur. In most cases, these errors are minimal and go unnoticed by the general public, but in some rare instances, a coin with an error can become a true treasure. The 1994 $quarter is one of those coins. The error in question? A variety of unusual minting mistakes that would come to be known as double die errors. These errors occur when a coin is struck twice with slightly misaligned dies, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. The doubling effect is most noticeable on certain parts of the design, such as the date, the lettering, and the image of George Washington. While double die errors are not entirely uncommon in coin collecting, the 1994 quarter is one of the more notable examples due to the extent of the doubling on the coin. These double die errors can vary in intensity, and the more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin becomes. In the case of the 1994 quarter, the error was subtle enough that it might not have been noticed by many people who were handling the coins in circulation. However, to a trained eye or an experienced coin collector, the doubling on certain specimens is quite apparent. This is what makes the 1994 $quarter such a sought-after item in the numismatic world. So, let's talk about what exactly makes this error so significant. The 1994 $quarter that features the double die error typically has visible doubling on the letters "In Liberty, In God We Trust," and most notably on the date itself, 1994. The doubling effect is clear enough to be noticeable to someone who is familiar with coin design, but it isn't always so obvious to the untrained eye. This subtlety is part of what adds to the allure of the 1994 $quarter with the double die error. It's a treasure waiting to be discovered, hidden in plain sight. Over time, as collectors began to take notice of these error coins, their value began to rise. The rarity of these coins, combined with the novelty of the double die error, sparked a wave of interest in the 1994 quarter. Coins with such errors are always of interest to serious collectors, and as word spread about the existence of the 1994 quarter dollar with the double die error, prices began to climb. The first recorded sales of these error coins were modest. The coins could be found in coin shops or at auction houses for a few $100s, but the real value of the coin would take time to materialize. Over the years, as the number of these error coins in circulation continued to dwindle, and as more collectors sought out these elusive pieces, the value of the 1994 quarter with the double die error skyrocketed. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is the value of this rare coin today? After decades of increasing interest in the 1994 quarter with the double die error, the coin has become one of the most valuable quarters in circulation. Depending on the quality and condition of the coin, the value can vary, but some of the highest quality specimens have been known to fetch incredible amounts of money at auction. The most sought-after versions of this error coin, with clear and well-defined doubling, can sell for upwards of $122,000. That's right, $122,000. This simple quarter-dollar coin, which was originally worth just 25 cents, has transformed into a priceless piece of American history. How can a coin with such a modest face value reach such astronomical prices? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and the fascinating story behind its creation. Error coins, particularly those with distinct, noticeable flaws, are prized by collectors for their uniqueness. The 1994 double die quarter is a shining example of how an error in production can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Now, you might be asking yourself, where can you find one of these rare coins? Well, finding a 1994 quarter dollar with the double die error in circulation today is nearly impossible. Most of these coins have already been collected, hoarded, and carefully preserved by numismatists who know exactly what they have. But if you do happen to come across one, consider yourself incredibly lucky. While most people will likely never encounter such a coin, the rarity and value of the 1994 quarter continue to make it a favorite among collectors. In conclusion, the 1994 US quarter dollar coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of how a small mistake during the minting process can lead to something truly extraordinary. From its historical roots in the Washington quarter design to its accidental transformation into a highly coveted error coin, the 1994 quarter has a fascinating story that continues to captivate collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the 1994 double die quarter serves as a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable coins aren't the ones that are most abundant, but the ones that are the hardest to find. So, next time you're flipping through a roll of quarters, take a closer look. You might just have a piece of history in your hands, one that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. In 2001, the U.S. Mint released a quarter-dollar coin that would go on to capture the attention of numismatists, collectors, and enthusiasts alike. It was part of the 50 State Quarters program, a highly ambitious project designed to commemorate each of the 50 states in the Union. What made the 2001 quarter particularly interesting wasn't just its design or the historical context it represented. It was a piece of American currency that, years later, would grow in value far beyond its intended worth. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2001 quarter and the extraordinary amount it's worth today, let's take a step back in time and explore the historical backdrop of the coin's release. The late 20th century saw a rising interest in commemorative coinage, with the U.S. Mint often releasing special designs to celebrate various themes, such as the bicentennial or the statehood anniversaries. But in 1999, the Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program, one of the most successful and ambitious initiatives in the history of U.S. currency. Over a span of 10 years, the Mint would release a series of 5 new quarter designs each year, each celebrating a different state's unique history, symbols, and culture. The 2001 quarters were the third year in the series, and it would feature 5 new states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. These quarters were not just coins, they were miniature works of art, each with its own unique story and visual representation. But as we know, Every story has its twists and turns, and it wasn't just the designs that caught the public's attention. The excitement around the 2001 quarters was also fueled by the very real possibility of finding a rare, error-filled coin that would later turn out to be worth thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about the design of the 2001 quarter, starting with the first one released in the series that year, Delaware. This quarter featured a depiction of Caesar Rodney, a man who rode 80 miles through the night to cast a vote for American independence during the Second Continental Congress. This dramatic moment in history was beautifully captured in a design that was both inspiring and historically significant. It was the first quarter to be released in 2001, and its importance went beyond just its artistic merits. The coin's connection to the nation's founding and the Revolution was a powerful reminder of what made America great. Next up, we have Pennsylvania, whose quarter featured the image of the state's famous bell. Of course, it was the Liberty Bell, an enduring symbol of freedom and independence. For many Americans, the Liberty Bell is synonymous with the Declaration of Independence and the spirit of the American Revolution. Pennsylvania's quarter design captured this iconic image, along with the state's name and the year it joined the Union, 1787. Moving on, the third coin in the series released in 2001 was New Jersey's quarter, which depicted George Washington crossing the Delaware River. This historic moment was one of the defining moments of the American Revolution, a time when Washington's leadership helped turn the tide of the war. The quarter's design, which features Washington and his troops braving the icy river, would become one of the most memorable coins in the entire program. Georgia's quarter, the fourth in the series, was no less striking. It featured an image of the peach, the state's symbol, as well as a depiction of the state's outline. Known as the Peach State, Georgia's quarter paid tribute to its agricultural roots and the important role the state has played in the history of the U.S. South. Last but certainly not least, Connecticut's quarter depicted an image of the state's famous charter oak, which symbolized the state's commitment to independence and its resistance to British control. The oak tree was an enduring symbol of strength and freedom, and its placement on the quarter was a fitting tribute to Connecticut's role in the formation of the United States. While these coins were being released to the public, the excitement over the 50-state quarters program was palpable. People from all over the country began collecting these coins as a way to celebrate their state's history. Some even began looking for rare errors, hoping to find a coin that had slipped through the cracks during the minting process. For many collectors, these errors would become the stuff of legends. Now, let's fast forward a little and talk about what many collectors have come to refer to as the Holy Grail of 2001 quarters, the 2001 Connecticut quarter. This coin was part of the regular circulation, and to the naked eye, it appeared to be just like any other quarter. But here's where things take a turn. A small but significant error occurred during the minting process, and some of the 2001 Connecticut quarters were struck with a double die error. This meant that the design on the coin was unintentionally struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on certain letters and numbers. The error was small but significant, and it took some time for collectors to notice. Once they did, though, the excitement was overwhelming. Coins with this error were considered rare, and collectors began scouring coin shops, and online auctions in search of one of these error coins. In some cases, the price of a single 2001 Connecticut quarter with the double die error skyrocketed to over $100,000, as collectors scrambled to add this rare piece to their collections. The value of this coin came as a surprise to many, especially considering that most coins, when they're first released, are worth only face value, 25 cents. But thanks to the rarity of this error and its historical significance, the 2001 Connecticut quarter with the double die error has become one of the most valuable quarters in modern history. Of course, finding one of these coins isn't easy. They are incredibly rare, and many collectors have spent years searching for them. But when they do turn up, the value can be astronomical. In 2004, one of these error coins was sold at auction for over $113,000, a figure that left many people speechless. Today, a coin like this continues to be highly sought after, and its value remains strong, often fetching six figures at auction. For those interested in collecting coins, the 2001 Connecticut quarter with the double die error is just one example of how rare and valuable minting errors can be. But it's also a reminder of how something as simple as a coin can have such an immense impact on the world of collecting. The 50-state quarters program may have been designed to celebrate the history of the United States, but it also sparked an entire subculture of coin collecting, one that has only grown in popularity over the years. As we conclude our exploration of the 2001 quarter, it's important to recognize that these coins represent more than just currency. They are pieces of history, reminders of pivotal moments in American culture, and, in some cases, incredibly valuable treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just getting started, the 2001 quarters, especially the Connecticut double die error, are a testament to the ever-evolving world of numismatics. So, the next time you come across a 2001 quarter, take a closer look. Who knows? You could be holding a piece of history in your hands, one that might just be worth a lot more than you think. And while most of us may not find a coin worth $113,000, the world of coin collecting has a way of surprising us all. What's the moral of the story? Keep an eye out for those rare, unique coins. The world of numismatics is full of hidden gems, and with a little luck, you might just stumble upon one that will change your life forever. The 2001 Connecticut quarter has certainly done that for some fortunate collectors, and it could happen for you too. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, the value of a coin is often far greater than its face value. In 2013, the United States Mint released a series of $quarter coins that would continue the tradition of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This was a project that began in 2010 and was designed to honor the natural beauty and historical landmarks of the United States, featuring beautiful and detailed designs that captured the essence of American national parks, forests, and other public lands. By 2013, the Mint had already released several coins in this series, but the 2013 quarters would hold a special place in the hearts of collectors due to the stunning artistry and rare finds within this batch. For collectors, the story of the 2013 quarter is not just one of beautiful design and rich historical context. It is also a tale of the unexpected, a story of how a coin meant to celebrate America's heritage would end up having some incredible surprises. From the moment the Mint announced its designs, the excitement in the numismatic community was palpable. As the year unfolded, the 2013 quarters, featuring designs inspired by the nation's parks and protected lands, would captivate the public. However, what truly caught the attention of collectors, especially those who kept a sharp eye on potential errors, was the discovery of an extremely rare and valuable 2013 coin that would skyrocket in worth, ultimately reaching an eye-popping value of $101,000. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. To understand how this extraordinary value came to be, we need to take a closer look at the context, the designs, the minting process, and of course, the error that made one of these quarters worth more than a fortune. So, let's go back in time to the early days of 2013. The America the Beautiful Quarters program was established by the U.S. Mint to showcase the country's awe-inspiring natural wonders. Each coin in the series would feature a design honoring a national park or a significant landmark. The 2013 quarters were the fourth year of this program, and they celebrated sites that were both historically and naturally significant. These coins were not just pieces of currency, they were miniature works of art, representing the very best of what America has to offer. The first coin of the 2013 series, which was released in April, featured the White Mountain National Forest in New Hampshire. This forest, located in the northeastern part of the country, is a treasure trove of natural beauty, with its breathtaking landscapes, mountain peaks, and diverse wildlife. The design of the quarter captured the grandeur of the White Mountains, with a hiker and his dog ascending a rocky ridge, a testament to the outdoor adventures that the area is known for. The quarter itself was designed by artist Susan Gamble and featured the words, White Mountain, New Hampshire, and the year of the coin's release, 2013. Following this, the second quarter released in 2013 paid tribute to the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial in Ohio. This monument, located on the shores of Lake Erie, commemorates the Battle of Lake Erie during the War of 1812, a victory that ensured American control over the Great Lakes region. The design of the coin highlighted the grandeur of the memorial, with the towering monument surrounded by a peaceful scene. It was a visual reminder of the long-standing friendship and cooperation between the United States, Canada, and Great Britain. The third quarter, which came out in June 2013, featured the Great Basin National Park in Nevada. This park is famous for its vast desert landscapes, ancient bristlecone pine trees, and the stunning Lehman Caves. The coin's design included an image of a bristlecone pine, one of the oldest living organisms on Earth, symbolizing the resilience and timeless beauty of nature. Next in line was the fourth 2013 quarter, which honored the Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine in Maryland. This site is famously known for inspiring the writing of the U.S. national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. The quarter featured the historic fort, with an American flag flying proudly above it, a powerful image of American pride and resilience. This was a design that struck a chord with many Americans, as it tied the coin to an iconic piece of the country's history. Finally, the fifth coin of 2013 featured the Mount Rushmore National Memorial in South Dakota. This memorial, which showcases the carved faces of 4 U.S. presidents, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, is one of the most iconic landmarks in the United States. The quarter design depicted the monument against a backdrop of rolling hills, emphasizing both the grandeur of the sculpture and the vastness of the American landscape. As with previous years in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the designs were meticulously crafted and expertly engraved. These coins were intended to be not only functional currency but also a celebration of the country's cultural, historical, and natural heritage. But as collectors know all too well, even the most well-planned and artistically designed coins can sometimes hold a secret, a mistake, a misprint, or an error that makes the coin rare and highly valuable. And this brings us to the crucial moment in the 2013 quarters story. Most of these quarters, like any other coin in circulation, were struck with regular, error-free designs. But there was a particular coin, the 2013 Fort McHenry quarter, that became the center of a whirlwind of excitement and speculation in the world of coin collecting. This coin, as it turned out, had a significant error that would not only make it stand out but would make it incredibly valuable. The error involved a double die, an issue that happens when a coin is struck twice, creating an overlapping image on the die that transfers to the coin. In this case, the D mint mark on the 2013 Fort McHenry quarter was struck multiple times, resulting in a noticeable doubling effect on the letter. It's a subtle error, but one that makes all the difference for collectors. When these coins began circulating and were discovered by eagle-eyed enthusiasts, the value of the 2013 Fort McHenry double die quarters began to soar. As with most valuable coins, the rarity of the 2013 Fort McHenry double die error was what made it so desirable. These coins were not easy to find. In fact, only a handful of them had been struck with the error, and they quickly became a sought-after item for collectors. The excitement around the coin grew, with people scouring coin shops, online auctions, and even their own pockets in the hopes of finding one. In 2014, the first of these error coins was sold at auction for a price that left many in the numismatic world stunned: $101,000. The amount was staggering, especially considering that the coin was originally valued at just 25 cents. But for those in the know, the 2013 Fort McHenry double die error was more than just a coin. It was a piece of American history, a rare treasure that symbolized both the beauty and the unpredictability of the world of coin collecting. So, what does this tell us? First, it's a reminder that even the most ordinary coins can become extraordinary when they contain a rare error or mistake. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, and there's always the potential for a seemingly ordinary coin to skyrocket in value. Second, it's a testament to the value of persistence. Collectors who spend years combing through their collections, visiting coin shops, and staying updated on trends and potential errors have the chance to find treasures like the 2013 Fort McHenry double die. But luck alone isn't enough. Knowledge, patience, and attention to detail are key to uncovering these hidden gems. Finally, it's a story of how the 2013 quarter, part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, became a symbol not only of the United States' natural beauty and historical landmarks but also of the excitement, passion, and sometimes unexpected fortune that comes with being a coin collector. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, coins like the 2013 Fort McHenry quarter remind us that sometimes, the real value of a coin lies not in its face value, but in the story it holds and the rarity that makes it special. So, the next time you find a 2013 quarter in your pocket change, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You just might be holding onto a piece of American history worth far more than its original 25 cents. And while most of us will never stumble upon a coin worth $101,000, the thrill of discovering something rare and valuable is what keeps collectors coming back for more. Keep looking, keep collecting, and who knows, you might just be the next lucky person to find a treasure among your spare change. In 2015, the United States Mint continued its highly successful America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series of coins that celebrated the breathtaking beauty and cultural significance of national parks, historic sites, and natural landmarks across the United States. By this time, the program had already captured the attention of collectors, numismatists, and history enthusiasts alike. Each quarter in this series was designed to represent a different part of the country, with intricate designs showcasing iconic places that told the story of America's diverse landscape and history. The 2015 quarters, released throughout the year, were no exception to the program's high standards of artistry, precision, and national pride. But beyond their artistic beauty and cultural value, the 2015 quarters would go on to hold an additional appeal, one that would draw in collectors searching for rare and valuable minting errors. These errors, often unnoticed by casual observers, have the potential to turn a seemingly ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. Some of these quarters, produced in 2015, would become highly sought-after specimens in the world of coin collecting. Their value, once initially a modest 25 cents, would eventually skyrocket, with one rare example fetching a staggering $96,000 at auction. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start by diving into the story of the 2015 quarters, their designs, and the remarkable discoveries that would come later. The 2015 series of America the Beautiful Quarters featured 5 designs, each celebrating an iconic American landmark. These coins were part of the 5th year in the program, which ran from 2010 to 2021, and each coin reflected the rich heritage, natural beauty, and historical significance of the locations they represented. The 2015 quarters were no different, with designs that captured both the majesty of nature and the spirit of the American people. The designs were crafted by skilled artists and engravers at the U.S. Mint, with input from the National Park Service and other institutions responsible for preserving these national treasures. The first quarter, released in 2015, was dedicated to the Homestead National Monument of America in Nebraska. This site commemorates the Homestead Act of 1862, a pivotal piece of American history that allowed settlers to claim land and establish farms in the western United States. The quarter's design beautifully captured the essence of the homestead spirit, featuring a scene of a settler's cabin surrounded by vast, open farmland. The imagery evoked the determination and resilience of those who helped shape the American frontier. The inscription, Homestead National Monument of America, and Nebraska, were featured prominently on the coin, along with the year of release, 2015. The second coin of the year, released in May, honored the Kluane National Park and Reserve in Canada, but it was included in the U.S. program because of its proximity to the U.S.-Canada border and its significance as a transnational ecosystem. Located in the Yukon, Kluane is one of the largest national parks in Canada and is home to some of the most rugged and awe-inspiring landscapes in North America. The design of the coin depicted a Dall sheep, a species that thrives in the park's steep, mountainous terrain. The quarter's design highlighted the majestic creature against a backdrop of snow-capped peaks, symbolizing the pristine wilderness that has been preserved in this park for generations. Next up was the quarter honoring the Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge in Delaware, which was released in July 2015. This wildlife refuge, located along the Delaware Bay, is one of the most important stopover points for migratory birds along the Atlantic Flyway. The quarter's design featured a pair of American black ducks wading through the wetlands of the refuge, capturing the beauty of the ecosystem and its role in supporting wildlife. The coin was a fitting tribute to the conservation efforts that protect the region's wildlife and habitat. The fourth coin, released in 2015, was dedicated to the Cumberland Gap National Historical Park, which straddles the border between Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia. The Cumberland Gap was a critical passage for early American settlers, offering the first overland route into the western frontier. The quarter's design featured a pioneer family crossing the gap, symbolizing the courage and perseverance of those who traveled westward in search of new opportunities. The coin's design paid homage to the park's role in shaping American history and the migration of settlers across the Appalachian Mountains. The final quarter of the year honored the Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, located in West Virginia. Harper's Ferry is famous for its role in American history, particularly during the abolitionist movement. In 1859, the site was the location of John Brown's raid, which was a pivotal moment in the struggle for civil rights and the end of slavery in the United States. The quarter's design depicted John Brown's fort, with a backdrop of the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers. The coin beautifully captured the historical significance of Harper's Ferry, representing the spirit of activism and change that defined the nation during this period. Now, you may be wondering, what makes these 2015 quarters so special beyond their designs and historical significance? As we know in the world of coin collecting, what often elevates a coin to legendary status isn't just the artwork or the symbolism. Sometimes, it's an error, something small, perhaps barely noticeable, that turns an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after treasure. And in 2015, the quarter that would capture the attention of collectors and cause a frenzy in the numismatic world was none other than the 2015 Homestead National Monument of America quarter. This coin, like all quarters in the America the Beautiful series, was minted in multiple facilities across the United States, with the W mint mark indicating that it was struck at the West Point Mint in New York. The 2015 Homestead quarter was special because it was released as part of a special set, and the number of these coins in circulation was limited. While most of the 2015 quarters were produced in large numbers, the West Point minted quarters were issued in far smaller quantities, making them rare from the outset. These limited mintage coins quickly became a popular item for collectors, and their appeal grew even further when an error emerged that made one of the coins stand out even more. The error, which was a die crack, created a dramatic doubling effect on the inscriptions of the coin, especially the word Nebraska. The die crack resulted from the pressure and wear placed on the minting dies during the production process. Over time, as these dies were used to strike hundreds of thousands of coins, they developed cracks, which in some cases could cause the coin's image to appear blurry or duplicated. The result was a quarter with a noticeable distortion of the lettering, an error that had the potential to make the coin more valuable. When collectors and enthusiasts started to notice these flawed coins circulating, the excitement was palpable. Many began searching through their coin rolls, eagerly examining each quarter for the telltale signs of the die crack. Those who found one of these error coins were thrilled, knowing they had something rare and valuable. As word spread about the discovery of the 2015 Homestead quarter with the die crack error, demand for these coins grew. At auction, the value of the error coins quickly soared. A specimen with a significant die crack was eventually sold for a staggering $96,000, a price that made collectors' jaws drop. This amount was far beyond what anyone could have predicted when the coin was first released, but it wasn't the only example of how rare coins could fetch astronomical prices. The 2015 Homestead quarter became a symbol of the unpredictable world of coin collecting, where something as small as a crack in the die could turn a relatively ordinary coin into a sought-after piece of history. The 2015 quarters, as a whole, remain a symbol of America's beauty, history, and resilience. Each coin in the series tells a unique story, whether it's a tribute to the pioneers who settled the American frontier, a nod to the protection of natural ecosystems, or a reflection of the activism that shaped the nation's history. But it is the 2015 Homestead quarter with the die crack error that truly captures the magic and excitement of coin collecting. This rare and valuable piece of American currency serves as a reminder that sometimes, the most unexpected things can make a coin worth far more than its face value. So, if you're ever lucky enough to come across a 2015 quarter, take a closer look. You never know, hidden within the folds of your pocket change, there might just be a coin worth a small fortune. While most of us will never encounter a coin worth $96,000, the world of numismatics is full of surprises, and it's these surprises that keep collectors on the hunt for the next rare and valuable find. Keep your eyes peeled, and who knows? You might just uncover a piece of American history that will leave you speechless.